Perek Chazkas Habatim Daf Chav Tes, sponsored the Refuah Shlema for Miriam Leah Bas Chanachaya. The Gemara established that Shor Muad can be Rabbi Shmuel's source to establish a chazak in 3 years, at times 3 crops. However, the Rabbanan, whose view will be presented later in the Perek, require a different source. The first solution: Rabbi Yo instructed our nation during the 10th year of Tzidkiyahu's reign to preserve documents of their land purchases as proof of ownership when they returned from the exile. It began in the 11th year of his reign. Any chazaka before the exile would only be 2, not 3 years. The Gemara's rejection: it is possible one can establish a chazaka in a year. He advised them to preserve their documents and not rely on witnesses. Rava's first solution: the owner forgoes an occupant's use of his field for 2 years, not 3. Therefore, occupying uncontested for 3 years is proof of purchase. Abaya's rejection: Rav Nachman holds the occupant must return not only the field but its yield as well. One foregoing right should not have to be compensated. Rava's second solution: the owner would not protest his occupation for 2 years, but not forego compensation. Abaya's rejection: Bar Yoshev would protest against anyone walking on the boundary of their property. Im kain nosata devarecha l'shiurim. A definite ruling cannot be established subject to the tolerance of each landowner. Rava's third solution: land purchasers preserve their documents for 3 years. After they do not preserve them, no longer concerned, the original owner will contest their occupation. The Chachamim instituted a chazaka for their protection. Alternatively, the landowner is expected to protest immediately. This claim is offset only by the occupant's inability to produce a document. Abaya's rejection: the landowner does not have to protest in the presence of the occupant. However, as a result, he can claim the protest was not serious enough to preserve his document. The Gemara rejects this argument. As long as he hears the protest by word of mouth, he must preserve his document. Rav Huna holds the 3 years must be consecutive unless the custom of that particular locale is to plant alternate years. The owner cannot claim he did not protest because it was fallow for a year. Even if some plant in that locale, the original owner claiming he should have planted as well to establish a chazaka, the court disregards such a claim, either because it is too costly to guard one field, or even if other farmers around his field plant, he can still claim it is detrimental not to leave it fallow. The Gemara challenges Rav Huna from our Mishnah that included a house in a 3-year chazaka. One cannot produce witnesses to testify concerning nights. The original owner claims he did not protest because he did not find him there at night. Abaya answers the neighbors can testify concerning nights. Rava answers tenants that did not pay their rent can testify concerning nights. Marzutra answers it suffices for witnesses to testify he occupied by day unless the original owner claims he was not there by night. Witnesses must then testify he was there by night. However, if the original owner travels on business, rarely home, who can be unaware of his occupancy, the courts will demand testimony even for nights. Rav Huna agrees that stores of mechuzah did not require 3 consecutive years, day and night. These stores were occupied only by day. The Gemara brings an example of what is required for a 3-year chazaka. 2 brothers bought a maidservant, dividing her work between them by alternating years. The original owner claimed he never sold her. Rava decided their agreement to alternate years to avoid one establishing a chazaka prevents a joint chazaka against the original owner. However, if their arrangement was documented, the original owner knows and cannot claim their use of alternate years was to avoid establishing a chazaka, arousing the owner's protest. Their joint use can now establish a chazaka against the original owner. Rava states a chazaka it affects only the part of a field utilized, even if he utilized most of the field. Rav Huna Breder Rabbi Yeshua qualifies this. If he utilizes the part of the field that cannot be planted for grazing his animals or drying fruit, the original owner cannot claim he did not protest because the occupant did not plant the whole field. In that case, he acquires it all. If you're enjoying Daf and 5, please click on the link below, subscribe, and become a sponsor. Thank you.